Welcome back to episode 4 of PMA, albeit 6 months since the last episode, but the sky is clear, except for the clouds. The future is bright, and today we are going to be looking at the physical, the spiritual, the mental benefits of staying busy. Okay then, so PMA, positive mental attitude. Now, a lot of you who subscribe to this channel and never seen these before might be wondering what the fuck is going on. A lot of you may unsubscribe. I may lose a lot of subscribers doing that. But so fucking what? I actually started this channel as a way to keep myself busy. I think a lot of us suffer from depression and anxiety, and I think keeping busy is a good way of doing things. Music seemed the most logical thing for me to do, to review albums, to immerse myself in music. I love that. I absolutely adore it, which is why I do what I do. Originally, the very first video that I ever actually did, not the first one that I put out, but the first video I ever filmed, was after a shit evening. And you know, when you have that residual negative energy from an argument, and I needed to get out and film a video, and that's what I did. For those who haven't seen that, I'll leave a link up there for that. Go and check out episode 1 of PMA. Now obviously I'm no expert, I'm a man in a field. I've been meaning to get back to some of these videos for a long time, and I have actually had a few people asking me to do more of them as well. I've had a few people now wondering when the next one are going to be, so here I am. Here's an idea for being positive. Fucking get on with it. Now one of the biggest things that I've found in life to try and keep a positive outlook on things is staying busy. I think humans are like sharks in many ways. We need constant movement. We need to be going somewhere. We need to have a goal. We need to have a focus. We need to be doing something, god damn it. Filming videos in fields. Yes, I have found my calling in life. But seriously, I think staying busy is a hugely important factor in keeping a positive outlook on things. Keeps you active, keeps you engaged, most importantly. If you're anything like me, I do find myself, when I do actually have spare time, the demons in my head, the brain demons. So what do? Well, stay physically active, you fuck. I'll catch you next time. Well, let's start out with hobbies and interests. I found a lot of the time people who particularly succumb to the pitfall of depression, quite often people without interests or without hobbies. Sounds like just interest in hobbies. It sounds such an old person thing to say, but it is actually true. The idea of staying engaged, having a passion for something, having something to get up for, having something to be interested in, having something to follow, to pursue. I think that's a great thing to do in life. Music has always been a major thing for me. Also, I like walking. I genuinely like walking. That's why I combined the two. Genius, absolute genius. So you took two things that you do and made them one thing that you do. My God. Find an interest, find something you're passionate about and just pursue it. And don't give a fuck what people think either. You don't have to be what other people are by any fucking stretch, and that includes metalheads as well. You don't have to fucking pursue. One of the reasons I actually kind of look the way I do, I don't want to follow the fucking metal horde any more than I want to follow anybody else. Be your own fucking person. I think I might be getting onto a different subject. I'm quite bitter now. But yes, find a hobby or an interest. Same thing, probably. Your head won't be so fucked. Number 2, stay busy, as in stay active, stay physically active. Staying physically active is a great way to ward off any of those negative ailments. Rather than sitting around procrastinating, doing nout, get the fuck up. Just go for a walk. Get out to nature. Enjoy nature. As I point towards a bunch of electric pylons. My God, man has so much to answer for. For those of you who have made it this far into the video, you might realise that I'm pretty much winging this one. Yes, now, as I said, I'm kind of making this up as I go along, and as you may have noticed, there is quite a huge change in the scenery right now. It's taken me that long to come up with something. And one of the reasons I do the videos like this, I like walking and talking at the same time. I find my thoughts are much more fluid when I'm actually moving, when the blood's flowing, as opposed to just being boring and sat up against a wall going on about the production and the compression of an album. There is also an old saying as well, or maybe it's a new saying, I don't know, but it takes energy. Energy makes energy. So if you want to be more energetic, do more. You know, actually get up off your ass and do something. Those interests and hobbies that we were talking about a minute ago, why not start implementing some of those, start putting ideas together and start working on them. I never would have done this channel had I not just gone out one day and just started. I didn't have a clear idea of what I wanted to do, but on one particular day I needed to do something, or I was just going to sit in my hovel and stew in the shit that was going on in my life. But rather than do that, rather than entertain that idea, instead I went out and I filmed a video and I just talked to the camera, and through doing that I came up with the concept of doing essentially what I'm doing now, going out, walking and talking. Yes, I don't know if I've achieved much of anything doing this particular video today. I just wanted to start these up again, gauge whether there's an interest in me doing them, and if there is, I'll carry on doing them, because I've certainly got a lot to say on this subject. I think I've got about 15 videos of this shit written out already, but the music side of things took over, and it will always remain, by the way. I will always be doing music. That will be the bread and butter of the channel. In all seriousness, there's so much negativity out in the world. Just anything that can put a bit of positivity back into it, I think is a good thing. I don't find it that easy to be positive in person. I find people quite confusing and painful at times, but I have found that by doing this, by speaking to a camera and thus editing and putting videos out to the world, that I have actually started receiving quite a large amount of engagement, and people are responding to it, and people are digging it. So hey, maybe if this video or this series of videos inspires somebody else to do something, or inspires somebody else to think in a more positive frame of mind. I think all of us have been there at some point where we're not feeling as good about ourselves as we should do, and sometimes it's just nice to have a little something you can go to kind of make you remember that everything's actually okay, and just stick with it and keep going and do something. Everybody's here for a reason. Everyone's got I think if you've got an interest, if you've got a true passion in something, then you have something to teach, you have something to give to others. So yeah, if you're out there and you feel inspired, go and do something. Don't think about the result overall. Don't think about what people will think, and don't be put off as well if you don't have a fully formed idea. Just start, because the very act of starting something will provide life. It will give an idea life, and then with that you're far more likely to be able to surf on that momentum wave from there on. So yeah, if you got an idea, just fucking give it a go. Don't worry about how lofty the idea is as well. Don't worry about whether it just seems like, oh, this will never work. Who knows? You know, some of the most successful people in history are people who didn't necessarily know where they were going, but they just had the vaguest of ideas and they fucking acted on it. I think it was Ginger Wildheart who once said, boredom is a great motivator, but only if acted upon immediately. So yeah, if you get an idea, just go out and do it. Just implement it in some way. Just get it started. Before you know it, you'll be a couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of years down the road, and you'll be looking back and going, my God, thank God I started something. Live your life, guys. Oh, that was sickening. But yeah, if you did actually get anything out of this and you think it's a good idea me doing some more of these things, I know some of you are into it, then give it a go, and I'll see you next time.